Hey guys, welcome back. So it's been a while, but I had every intention to film at least twice a month, every other week if not weekly, but my MacBook crashed and I had no editing tools, so I couldn't film. But I am back, hopefully. Got a new computer so I can go back to my editing. Yeah. Anyway, so today we're gonna do just a quick get ready with me. Products that I've been using recently are slightly different to what I would normally use. But yeah, let me just get started. So I've got my bag of stuff here. So I'm going to start with Moisturizer and Primer. This is the Umbrilis Le Creme Concentrate, if that can pick up. I double this up as a moisturizer and a primer. Sometimes I will go in with a primer on top, but this does work really well as a moisturizer and a primer. Okay, so I'm not actually going to use a corrector as such today. What I am going to use is the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer, and this is in the shade Medium Dark Warm. This is slightly more orange for my skin tone, and I tend to reach for this when I don't really want to use a lot of foundation or concealer on top. Because this is a concealer, it's not really orange. It doesn't take a lot to cover this up. So I'm just going to put a stripe over there, and you can see it does actually correct the dark circles, and although the ring light does wash out a little bit of the darkness, it still does cover. I'm going to go onto my eyelid as well, and I do put a fair amount of this on. Just using a generic brush to blend this out. I don't have a damp beauty blender at hand, otherwise I would have used that. This will work okay. Okay, and my go-to foundation, as it's always been in terms of colour and finish, is the MAC Pro Longwear. This is in the shade NC42. I also love the Estee Lauder Double Wear in the shade Warm Honey, I think it is, or Honey Bronze, I can't remember. 4W1 is the shade number. But this always works. I am a little bit more tan. I've just come back from holiday, so this may not match perfectly, but I'll make it work. Okay, so for foundation brush, this is dirty, don't judge me, I've not had time to clean my brushes, but this is the IT Cosmetics Heavenly Skin brush. It's a skin smoothing complexion brush. And what I'm going to do is, first of all, just dot this foundation just around my cheeks, because it is looking a little bit light. So I don't want to go all the way around. I don't mind the center part of my face being a little bit light. Just adds brightness to the face. And I'm just going to stipple that one. Okay, and what I'm actually going to do is take this stick foundation by Makeup Atelier Paris. It's in the shade STP-N2, basically a contour bronzing kind of shade. I'm just going to put some on the back of my hand, and I'm just going to work with this. Now the reason I'm doing this is because this foundation is definitely a bit light. I just want to darken up my face again. So I am going to use this as a contour, but we will sort of work it in towards the foundation. Just picking a brush I'm just going to use this Real Techniques buffing brush. Just going to pick some up onto the brush. And yeah, definitely looks a bit red today on me. That's okay. We'll make it work. And I'm just going to keep my foundation brush on hand just to make the whole blending process a little bit easier. I'm actually just going to take a photo. I just want to see what it looks like on camera. So, excuse the ring light. Okay, it's a really dumb photo. Really bad photo, but on camera it actually doesn't look too bad. I think it's just looking a little bit extra light on the monitor itself, on the screen itself of the camera. So just to brighten up the under eyes just a little bit, because in person it's gone a little bit dark. I'm not sure if that's coming up on camera, but I'm just going to use the Kevyn Aucoin Sensual Skin Enhancer in SX08. Now this is a lot lighter than my skin tone, but it will be fine. I'm taking this brush by Kat Von D. It is the number 40 brush, and I really love this for under the eye concealer. And I'm just brightening up the inner corner. And just blending that down. So the bulk of the product went onto the inner eye. And then going back in with the foundation brush, we're just going to blend that in. There you go. So we're just going to a bar, I think. Maybe get some dinner beforehand. I'm not really sure what the plan is. But just going to go for a couple of drinks, meet a couple of friends. And it's nothing too fancy. So whatever's left, I'm just going to carve out my brows now. Just so it's done. So what I'm going to do is use this, it's Sunny Bunny bronzer from a Too Faced palette. It's this one here. It's got a shimmery bronzer and a sort of paler bronzer that could work as a highlight as well. But I don't have anything else, so I am going to have to use that in the moment. My son's sleeping and I'm not going into the room to get my other product. So this is going to have to do. I'm just loading up a Academy of Freelance Makeup Pro Tool brush. There's no number or anything on that. And I'm literally just loading up the brush. And I'm just going to go in. I go quite high with this. Yeah, I do go quite high with this. I kind of like that look. I find that it's a lot more flattering on my face, which has become extremely round. Been eating a lot more chocolate than I should have been. Okay, and then there's a matte blush here. This is a Makeup Forever blush. I don't know the name. And I've stuck a magnet on the back, so can't see the shade name or number, but it's basically just a brownie peachy shade. It's matte, and it will go with pretty much anything. Okay, and then what I do again with my foundation brush is just go over all of this so it just sinks into and blends into the foundation a lot better. Looks a lot more seamless. I am going to add a highlighter, and I'm going to use this Extra Dimension Skin Finish by MAC. It's in the shade Beaming Blush, and I'm using this brush by Tarte. I don't know the name, but it's just a normal brush, there's nothing special about it. Could use the Real Technique setting brush as well, it's quite similar. And I'm just going to go onto the high point. Of my face. And what I like doing is just taking my finger and going onto the sort of edges of where I put that highlighter and just blending that in. So I don't know if you can see that. It's such a stunning highlighter. It really does just melt into the skin. Okay, and just a little bit down the bridge of my nose, slightly on the cupid's bone, a little bit on my chin. Right, for eyeshadow, I'm going a little bit, well, I'm actually not going to do anything heavy. I'm going to use this Natasha Denona Mini Sunset Palette. It is beautiful. Absolutely tiny though, like that's how small it is. But I kind of like that, it's so great for travel. And again, none of my brushes are clean, so please don't judge me. What I am going to do is just add a little bit more of this foundation onto my eyelid, just to neutralize that darkness on there. And then I'm going to go in with this, just the lightest brown shade there is, the matte shade. You don't need a lot of this, it's very, very pigmented. And I'm just going to go into the crease. I'm really not doing anything major, I'm just blending this into the crease and upwards, not being precise with it. I'm using the Morphe M441 brush. I'm going to use this e.l.f. Professional Eye Crease Brush. It's from the cheaper line that they have. Same colour, just onto the lower lash line. And then I'm going to take the darker shade there, the only other matte brown in this palette, and onto the outer corner and tighter into the crease. And I've just added that onto the lower lash line, so you can see that come together. The same brush, not really switching brushes here. Smaller one for the lower lash line and the larger blending one for the upper lid. Okay, sorry to pull out another palette. This is the Soft Glam. I'm just taking Tempera onto the brush that comes with the palette, and I'm just going onto the lid with this. It's pretty much just setting the concealer and foundation that was on the lid. And what I might actually do is take a bit of the orange soda, which is that shade there. Just adding that on top. And then going in with the Cypress Umber, I'm just going to line my lower lash line with that, like really, really tight to the lashes. I'm using a MAC 212 brush. And then I'm just taking a mixture of the Cypress Umber and the black, the Noir, and just lining my upper lash line. And then using the same pencil brush that I was using earlier, all I'm doing is just pulling whatever black is sort of drooping my eye down. I'm just pulling that up. So that's it. And just curling my lashes with the e.l.f. lash curler. I have the Shimura ones, which are great, but I actually really also like the e.l.f. lash curler. It fits the shape of my eyes really well. It's the In Extreme Dimension 3D Black Lash. I've not really liked many MAC mascaras, but this one I really do like. My lashes are tiny, and my lashes on my left eye are a lot shorter than the lashes on my right eye for some reason. I find like this mascara really does give a lot of length. I'm going to go in with this combo. It's the Kiko Lip Liner, Automatic Precision Lip Liner in the shade, in number 513. And the Ofra Cosmetics Liquid Lipstick in the shade Mina. And then what I do is take some of that onto my finger and spread it on like a lip balm. Okay, I don't set my face at all because there's absolutely no tackiness left on my skin, so the makeup will last. Even under my eye, it's not tacky at all. My under eye will crease. I have so many wrinkles, it's always going to crease. If I add powder, it doesn't stop the creasing, it just cakes it up. So I leave it as it is. If it creases a lot, I'll just take my finger and dab out the concealer and then I'm good to go. But that's it, that's the makeup done. I'm quite happy with it. In person it does look different than when it does look on camera. What I'm going to do is just take a photo and show you. I don't know if you can see that. That's how it looks in person. So that's me done, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this Get Ready With Me Come makeup tutorial. It's been a while since I've done this, since I've sat down and actually filmed a tutorial, talked about what I was doing, talked about products. So it might sound a bit rusty, it might not be so cohesive. Please bear with me. I will try and film more of this so I get better at it. But I hope you enjoyed it anyway. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Hit the bell to stay notified of when I upload, and I will see you all next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.